Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Half-time in the curtain raiser at the 2018 Farrell Photos Women in League Day. And a really good first game here. There's Otahuhu who lead by 6 at the break, but some wonderful rugby league played. Otahuhu just going through their team talk there on halfway.
Well, I'm back, Corey. A little bit quiet here as we wait for the girls to finish their team chats. And what do you think's being said in the Manurewa Marlins circle?
I think it'll just be about completing some more sets. They sort of looked really good when they have managed to hold the ball. But there's a couple of key players that they need to get more ball to. The top of that list, in my opinion, being Letitia Vaka, who scored a brilliant 40-metre try. As we hear some comms going on in the background there. So the team's now walking back to start the second half here.
There's my dear friend from Manurewa Grammar. As up till Friday, we're having a little chat to the sideline officiators as we're getting ready now for the match to restart. Otahuhu completed quite a number of sets and was scoring off the back of them, so I think they'll be looking for more of the same, Corey.
The Leopards do get us back on. Looks like she's going to take a place kick here, the old-fashioned way, standing it up in the grass.
That's how we used to do it in my day, Corey. There were no such thing as a T. Might have been a T-Rex.
Somehow we've descended into dinosaur chat here at halftime. And a bit of a delay here. Not too sure what we're waiting for. In fact, there is going to be a tee.
And it's an interesting looking tee too, just quietly.
Yeah, it is indeed.
Right,
Man, we've got a conference going on eventually. It looks like we are going to get a proper tee board out. Poor old coach has made his way out to halfway.
Beautiful day for the rugby league down here today at Cornwall Park.
So back underway we go. And a bouncing ball will go down to the 20. Ree would knock it backwards. And then, oh, bell ringer straight off the kickoff.
Oh,
look at some of the contact. It's fuck Australia again, just dishing out hit after hit right now. I would be running away from that corridor where she lives. You see a lovely bit of footwork there. Might as well step back inside.
That's a pretty direct run.
It is indeed. Still going as well. Phillips goes 20 metres post contact. Now they come back to the middle. Vaka shifts it on now. Now they're going to direct traffic coming down this right edge. Little tip on play there. Up inside the 10, the call. This will be a Manurewa penalty.
Every time that Vaka touches the ball, she looks extremely dangerous. And she needs to inject herself a wee bit more into the match.
We've got a player down injured here.
Yeah, some of the defense from Otahuhu, they've got great technique. They know how to tackle.
While we are on a break here, must give a shout out to the Matua family for their wonderful contribution to rugby league here at the Manurewa Marlins Club. I spoke to Carla this week. I know she oversees fairly well the operation of all of the women's teams at the club. Very passionate about what she does, along with Rusty, who coaches the very successful senior women's team So they do some wonderful stuff there. Rusty, of course, former Kiwi Ferns mentor as well. And Carla going through the process of picking up some coaching qualifications as well. As Rewa now
Great
put the
kick.
ball into touch. And taking an age to get back to restart the play, which will suit the Leopards on a 6-0 lead. About to have to defend a set. And looks like we're going to have time off again here.
Here we go.
We're not too sure exactly what went on there, but it was a conference of conferences. Eventually we get back to it. Manurewa now centralise. Slade is crunched.
I'm really impressed with the Otahuhu defence. They know how to tackle these girls.
Vaka jumps out
great
now.
run.
Vaka into a little gap now. Fends off one. Still going. And I think we've got a try. Yes, we do. Letitia Vaka scores her second try of the game. Just jumps out a dummy half here. And there was always a bit of gap there.
Great footwork too, mate. She had them guessing side to side.
Did some really good work, though, post-contact. You can see here, at this point, Otahuhu have probably got her contained, but just gets that little roll on. Gets herself over the line. Really nice work from Vaka, who's represented Kanis Manukau in softball and netball as well. Also played in the boys' rugby union team a couple of years ago in the City vs. Country Championship. She will attempt her own conversion here. This is to tie the game up. Hits it okay off the boot, but away to the left. So score remains Otahuhu 16, Manurewa 14. 4 minutes gone in the second half here at Cornwall Park.
Big thank you to Farrell Photos, major sponsor of Women in Leagues Day, and they'll be with us in the grand finals, a wee bit deeper into the season. So big shout out to Farrell Photos, and make sure that if you've got team photos coming up at the end of the season, contact farrellphotos.co.nz.
Vaka to restart us. It's a high one down to the corner, and it's a touch finder. Brilliant kick. So advantage Manurewa now, after trailing by 6 at half-time. Rewa with the chance to take the lead for the first time in this match. Restart off. And in fact, it's going to... No, a little false start there. Otahuhu thought it might be their ball. So confusion reigns here at Cornwall Park. But eventually we get the right result. And Rewa get back underway. Little dummy and step through there from Ellen Mokaraka. Vaka now is the dummy half. Shuffles play on out to this right edge where Slade goes to the line. There's a brave girl who runs down that side. There have been some ferocious hits dished out by the Otahuhu left edge defence. Now they go to the line. Vaka tucks it under the wing. Right in front of the SAS uprights. Right edge they go now. Slade moves it on. They got numbers. Oh, they had to keep going right. Surely Rewa, they might get there anyway. Held up is the call. They should have kept going right there. They had the numbers. A 3-on-1.
You hear the call from the sideline. They want to let it go. They want to move it. They want to shift it.
Slade. Looping ball now to Phillips. Look out. Phillips gets on a run now. Has had some telling carries already. But we're going to get a handover at the end of all that, I think. Or is it? It's a penalty for a high shot. Phillips. Straight into it. Up. Over. Try. Just like that, Manurewa have their first lead of the game. Let's take a look now on the Farrell photos replay. So it was Phillips who was caught high. And then from there, well, she taps and says, I'll do this on my own. Look at this, straight up over the top. And over for a try. That's really good work from Manurewa. Now Vaka to attempt the conversion, make it a 4-point lead. And the kick is good. So the Marlins now in control. End-to-end stuff here at Cornwall Park. It's been exciting rugby league. Really has. Short kickoff from Vaka, which isn't going to go to the 10, so that'll be a penalty.
You hear the call from Otahuhu. They want to put it on power play here.
And by my count, Troy, their first use of the ball in the second half, so they've gone a long, long time.
Yeah, I'd say you've been casually looking at my stat sheet, Corey, and that would be correct.
Jump out now, they go down this left edge. Looping ball up over the top. Brought in by Ati, but she's bundled into touch. So good work on the other side of the footy now from Manurewa.
Speed to set. Great
Phillips,
D.
another good carry, but you're right, Troy. Good line speed from Otahuhu. Getting up and closing it down. Now,
great ball. Oh.
Lovely ball out to the left edge, but it's poor hands. And it is put down, scooped up.
Great chat from the Marlins.
Move, play on. Here's a really good carry through the middle.
Offloaded.
Ati, who gets the offload as well. And now Salia is going to go all the way. And she deserves that try.
Great try.
Let's take a look now on the Farrell photos replay. Troy, you mentioned it in the call. A brilliant offload at the end here.
She went through 1, 2, holding on. Shows great body strength here. And watch the offload. Presence of mind, knowing that there's support players there.
Yeah, lovely stuff. And then they were always going to be stretched from that point on.
She's been a star all day, this one. She's tackled. She's been both sides of the field. She's covered a lot of ground and now scoring tries. Great to see.
And kick pings off the uprights. So the score remains locked up at 22-all.
All the action replays brought to you by Farrell Photos, the major sponsor of Women in League Day. Live stream is brought to you in association with our live stream partners, Ctas.
So Otahuhu now to get us back underway as we enter the final 10 minutes. We have a thriller on the cards here at Cornwall Park. Otahuhu get us back underway. Now, Rewa, they go down the left edge. They got numbers here if they choose to. Instead, perhaps wisely holds on to it. Does Alan Mokaraka. Centralised via Phillips, who tucks the ball under the wing. Breaks one. Drives another 5. Post contact. Wants the quick play of the ball. Will get to one. Vaka. Shuffles play on.
Great feet.
Footwork at the line, but ragdolled to ground. 40 metres out from the try line now, Manurewa. Back to the middle. They're going to look to reset. Vaka puts on a little bit of footwork. Now plays at the line. They shuffle it on. Some good carries forward from their props too, Manurewa. They get to their kick. There's no fullback. And now there's a foot race on. I think Otahuhu have won the battle for that one.
Yep.
Picked it up and back into the field of play as well. So now defense so important now for Manurewa. Could win themselves the game with a couple of good sets here. The line speed's very good. Too good, in fact, up inside the 10.
And a kick for touch. No, tap and run, eh?
Yeah, not a bad option. At this age grade in particular. Shuffle play on out to the left edge. Up out of the line came Manurewa.
Great ball.
Offload now to Whakaosalea, who gets another offload away. Look at this. It is hot potato stuff from Otahuhu. Very accurate as well. Up over halfway they go. Now they want a quick play of the ball. They'll head again to this left edge. It is their favoured side of the field. That time Rewa up to it. Good driving tackle back. Good technique that time from Manurewa to close it down. Whakaosalea now jumps out of dummy half. Here's a good run. Puts the fend on. It was a crucial tackle that was made. 20 out from the line. The Leopards now dart out to the right. If they keep moving the ball on here, they might have numbers. Managed to do so. Last ditch offload, but it's going to be a handover. So the Marlins get us back underway now. A jinking run back inside. Eventually flattened by Holani.
Great step.
6 minutes to go by our count. Steps back inside. Wears a bit of a shot for her troubles. Early kick. Again, there's no fullback. And now there's a foot race on through the middle. Vaka is leading it. Puts it on the toe again. She's in open space. If she grounds it, they're in. Ball to the line. I think she got there.
Great try. Have a look at the Farrell photo replay on this one as the referee confirms.
Just brilliant to watch. The presence of mind to kick early.
Look how far back the try scorer came from behind her. Sorry, Corey, got excited. Towed it on again. She knew she had scored this before she'd got to the try line. This is something she'd practiced at home in the backyard. Boom.
Yeah, that is awesome rugby league. Very entertaining to watch. So good to see these girls in their awareness of the game. And that time, spotting up, there was no fullback. Through they went.
She's had a brilliant day today, that young lady. She's showing great footwork. She's shown that she can kick goals, score tries, and had great communication around the park as well. Been really impressed with today's game.
Lost a steed into the paddock there. One of the Otahuhu players goes back to collect. So 3 minutes to go, which means our
Juanita Woodhouse.
Match clock is a little bit out, not 2 minutes out. Has been a few stoppages in this one, so Otahuhu need to get the ball back to halfway and get things moving, and they do that. So Vaka, will she kick deep? Contest this one. Can't afford a penalty here. Got to make sure it goes to the 10. And does that. Bouncing one down to the corner and fielded in timely fashion because that was rolling towards the sideline. So it's a big set coming up now for Otahuhu. They trail by 6. 2.5 minutes to go. Down the left edge they go, but dishing out some punishment was Rose Conrad.
Otahuhu Leopards have got the personnel to do it.
60 metres to go. And you would think if there's going to be some magic conjured up here, it's going to be down that left edge for the Leopards. Although, as I say that, the star of the show, Whako Salia, has come infield and on cue, burst through the middle of the park, and now there's cover coming across. Desperate tackle around the legs.
Oh, great Finn.
Huge late tackle.
Look for the quick play to ball here.
Right up against the line. There's shot on the right edge, Rewa. It's where Otahuhu have to go, although they dart out. Crucial marker tackle. They might have blown their chance here, the Leopards. Whako Salia jumps out. Gonna have gone very close.
There's conference.
Yeah.
Do we dare to dream?
Potentially for the game, and it looks like it's going to be a no try, is it?
No. Keep your eyes on the ref.
Well, I'm picking the try's been called. We certainly haven't caught it, but they're lining up for the kick.
I'll get confirmation. Match manager confirmation on that try.
So, sideline conversion, and it is Whako Salia who hits it. The kick is short, so there's still a bit of time left in this game if they get back to halfway in time.
So conferences in both camps there. Otahuhu.
Yeah, with 30 seconds to go, it's not the time for a conference. It's time to get back to halfway and restart the game, and I think they've just realised that. So they trail by 2, and Manurewa on the verge of a big, big victory. What a game it's been. We stay with us post-match. Troy will be catching up with a couple of the girls to talk through the game. Back underway. They had to contest that one, really. They just need to complete this set here, Manurewa, and they've got the victory. Siren goes in the background. They get to the kick. Goes across field now. Into open space. They still want to play some footy here, the Marlins, and now they break down the left edge.
Look who's chasing her down. It's gone all day.
And there it is. The exclamation point on the victory. And the Manurewa Marlins, well, they do it in style. The crossfield kick here, they still had a lot of work to do. Pahima just shows a clean set of heels here, but you're right, Troy. A familiar number in frame, chasing right to the death, even though the game's over. So, kick to come from Vaka. The game is over. So that will do it. Manurewa Marlins winners and the curtain raiser here at the 2018 Farrell Photos Women in League Day. 30 points to 24 over the Otahuhu Leopards. Do stay with us as we build towards kickoff. And the big one, Richmond versus Mount Albert in the Farrell Photos Women's Premiership. Back in a few minutes.
Okay, we're down here at the Women's League, sponsored by Mike Farrell, and you're puffing very hard. I'd like you to introduce yourself.
My name is Manurewa.
Man, you played a wonderful game today. Not only did you tackle, you scored tries. How did you feel today?
I think we did pretty good, and I'm feeling good. It was a good game.
And how long have you been playing, love?
I just started last year.
Just last year, and this is, have you played any other sport before other than rugby league?
I played netball for school.
And how do the girls, after the match? I mean, came so close. There wasn't much in it. How are they feeling?
I think they're feeling all right, but it would have been good to win. But
And how do you think yourself? How did you go?
I think I played all right.
You had a fabulous.
Thank you.
All right, listen. On behalf of the Auckland Rugby League, thanks very much for playing today, and I'll let you join your team. Good one. Okay, where's young Bucker? So this young Bucker, and man, you played an outstanding game today. Who do you model your game on? Who's your favourite player?
Is it like a New Zealand team?
Any team you like, love?
I love I love Farrell rugby from Rugby Sevens.
Yeah. And how do you think the team went today? I mean, you certainly got the roll on. You certainly got you were kicking goals, scoring tries, and doing really well. So how'd that all come about?
Oh no, we just played hard. Our goal for today was to work on our defense, and I think we did well on our defense. And I'm proud of these girls. They did an amazing job.
How good's your coach?
They're really good. They're amazing. I love my coaches. I love the way they coach us.
Okay, look, I'm going to let you get back and celebrate with the girls. Well done today, Marlins. Did an awesome game. It was a wonderful game of football to watch. Make sure you catch it on the RL YouTube channel.
Oh, thank you.
Hi, I'm Mike Farrell from Farrell Photos, major sponsor of the Auckland Rugby League Women in Leagues competition. We're well known around rugby league circles for our proud tradition of formal team photos. Farrell Photos is far much more, from corporate images right through to people in business and portrait photography. We want to bring a special offer to our client clubs this season. We'll put all of our team photos, or Farrell photos, from 2005 to the last season, up on your website as a slideshow, free of charge. We're looking forward to a great season through the rest of 2018. Remember those clubs, just contact me. Team photos coming up. Just email photos@farrelly.co.nz, and we look forward to working in partnership with you too.
Thank you to the major sponsors, Farrell Photos, major sponsors for Women League Day.